Thank you so much. Today, I'm here to speak on investment in the capital market. Investment in the capital market. I would try to, I recall when I was speaking with Brother Taiwo yesterday, I said, for me, I love an interactive section. God helping us. We'll try as much as possible to make it as interactive as possible. We'll make it as interactive as possible for us to achieve the desired goal here. So please, you follow me as I present the investment opportunity in the money and capital market amid today's challenges. Today's challenges is I don't know, do you have that? That's fine. So I have returning of items, but it's just like 21 slides. I will not go into the slide one after the other, but in setting up this slide, I assume zero knowledge about the money and capital market, about how it works. And that is why we've gone down and when you look at the first talking about how complex the financial sector is, even our operating environment is becoming volatile. I recall telling someone, when we're growing up, elementary economics, you have 10 years development plan. You have 20 years development plan. But in this day and time, you have organizations doing 5 years development plan. But it's even difficult to plan for a year now. Not to even talk of 2-3 years. So operating environment is becoming very volatile. You can't predict what will happen. You recall every time PC want to meet, and some analysts will come, they're going to increase by 50 bips, they're going to reduce by 25 bips. At the end of the day, they will just come and shock you. And for every decision they make, it changes the operating environment. Because new thing will emerge, new direction will come. If you are not flexible enough as an individual or as an organization, you will definitely crash if care is not taken. Money utilization is divided into different parts. We talk about both money and capital market, talk about financial intermediation. And when we talk about financial intermediation, it's about taking from the surplus sector to the deficit sector. And we try to move it across. And that is what the two markets, that is what plays out there. And when you talk any country in the world, their financial system is subdivided into two: the money market and the capital market. If you do not have that, then there is no economy. Because even the money markets, talks about area, about when you hear banks, the banks operate in the money market. And in the money market, you have short and medium term investments that you can enjoy. You have your savings account, you buy treasury bills, you invest in fixed deposit, you invest either your dollars or that. You do all your transactions within the banking community. When I use the word banking now, the name of the banks, the UBA, the Zenith, all that. No, these are players. And in the money market, we have players in the money market. We have instruments in the money market. The players place on the instruments, different instruments you have. The same thing in the capital market. We have players, we have instruments. So, in some couple of years ago, in the money market, we have different players. We have treasuries, treasury department of banks. They see them separately. We have discount houses, but today you don't have that. All that has been consolidated into the banks. So for an average bank, you see all these departments that are therein. But the bottom line is, within the ecosystem of financial intermediation, the bank takes money from the surplus side of the economy and lend out to the deficit side of the economy. So even if you want to invest, it's about excess that that you have, they want to do that. Moving to the capital market. In the capital market, we have different players. We have issuing houses. We have stockbroking. We have treasurers, trusts company. We have solicitors in the capital market, and so on and so forth. And we have different instruments that you play with in the capital market. One of the instruments, talk about the investment in the equity market. Under the equity market, you have the secondary market and the primary market. You have debt too. Under debt, you have the secondary market and you have the primary market. But one thing that is key in this market, and the major difference between the capital market and the money market, is whereas in the money market, you source for short and medium term investment or investment there. But in the capital market, you have medium and long term. And that is why you always hear today, tell me any country that is developing today. Go and check. Google and check. I will tell you that the capital market is developed. Because it is only in the capital market that you can get developmental fund that can go into years. In the capital market, you can raise funds going to 30 years, 40, 10, 15. These are huge sums that is required for the development of any economy. So if Nigeria is struggling today, it is not far-fetched. We cannot solve all our problems at once, but we must be intentional to address our issue. We have the market there. Look at, the government just came out recently to launch federal government first US denominated bond in Nigeria. Why? Because in Nigeria we spend naira, and the rule is that you should not issue, the government should not encourage the use of other currencies. But for the first time in Africa, a country came up and issued a non-currency in their own environment. The government came out and said they want to issue $500 million. If you convert that to naira, multiply by 1,650. It's not a joke. It came out. Fortunately, United Capital, which I, God's willing, I'm currently managing, happens to be the lead issuing house in that transaction. We end up with $900 million. In fact, we return some money. So that means that market is cheap. Government need to tap into it. If you must experience all the power projects, road projects we are talking about, you can't get the money. It's only in the capital market that the money can come. And you'll be very surprised. The money we are talking about, that the government is going out to go and look for, is here. Is here. Is here. What people require is just to come up with a model and tell this is what you want. And before you know what's going on, the fund will come out. It came out because it ought to be 2 billion, the series that were registered, $2 billion. And we said, let's test water. In fact, when we were discussing the parties to the offer, when we were discussing, and they said, you know what, let's test water with 300 million. Some were saying, no, 200. To even get 200, we're talking $200 million to get it. But we told them, let's do 500. At the end of the day, back and forth, we agreed. We came out 500. 2 weeks, in fact, 2 weeks into the line, we got almost 950. It was when they were funding, some people are delaying, that we have to cut it and stop at 900. Very soon it's going to be coming. So, what am I bringing out? It is in the capital market that you can see such a huge fund coming to support developmental initiatives of the government. So, in the capital market, we have instruments, both debt instruments and equity instruments, and some other ones. Under the equity, for some of us, You must have heard that in the recent times, you see the banks are coming, raising offer, some are doing IPO and rights. So when you do IPO and when you do rights, what it means is that you are playing in the primary market. The primary market is the market where the shares is offered either for the first time. So when you come out, when you see banks or organizations coming out to say that we want to issue our fund, we want to issue our shares for X amount of money to the public, that is called the primary market. And in the primary market, you can buy, but you cannot sell. But after the closure of the offer, when the share has been allocated, it moved from the primary market to the secondary market. Even in the money market too, they have primary market and secondary market for treasury investment. So when it moves to the secondary market, in secondary market, you can buy and you can sell. As far as Nigeria is concerned today, we have platform. And when we talk about market, the market is just like Oyigbo market and all that. When you go to Oyigbo market, you see people buying and selling and all that. We have the same market too. But this time around is a well-structured market that people buy and sell. People offer to buy and people offer to sell. But it is technologically driven. So we have NGX, we have FMDQ. On NGX, a company can list its shares. When you list your shares on NGX, I may have purchased your 10 units of your shares in the primary market. Immediately it's listed on the secondary market. I can sell if I want my money. Why? It is the secondary market that gives access to the liquidity of that shares. The ability of ease of entry and ease of exit is achieved in the secondary market. So you can buy as many times as possible in the secondary market. You can sell as many times as possible in the secondary market. The same way we talk about bond, like the federal government bond that I talked about just some couple of minutes ago. Now it's going to be listed on FMDQ. And what that means is that for everyone that has purchased the shares now, they did that in the primary market. Immediately it's listed, you can come and sell. If you need money along, because that's the one beautiful thing about the two markets. It creates liquidity. You have invested and you require your money in some couple of months to come. You can come up and sell. And when you sell, you make your money. So the market is there for investors to play, regardless of what that transpire there. That is about the capital market and the money market. There may be questions later. We'll open the floor for more questions. But mind you, the topic talks about in the challenging times. Truly, we're in a challenging time. But one thing I want to lay on the table here, we must have been hearing it, but you will not be tired of saying it. We'll continue to emphasize that. If you think things will improve, you are deceiving yourself. Because the question is that let's look back. Let's look back. Has things ever improved? Yes. Somebody said in 1974, they sold petrol at 70 kobo. Today, and mind you, I'm not a prophet of doom, expect another fuel increase very soon. You can't run away from it. We have to face reality. We are not there yet. We have to face reality. We are not there yet. Expect it. I read something yesterday, NNPC said the landing cost for the fuel is selling now, that's PMS, as at, I think last week or early September, was 931. If you are in business, will you sell below your cost price? If truly, let's forget all corruption and all that, let's put that aside. If it is 931 and it's currently being sold at what? 860. So definitely expect more. And in the country we are today, immediately something happened to PMX. It affects the barometer in this country that determines inflation is the PMS. Because every one of us will rely on that, because other aspects of our life is somehow hinged on the PMS. No light, you have to put on your generator. You need PMS. If you are not using bigger generator that will take diesel, you need PMS to run it. So what am I saying? The economy will be getting, a little tougher. But the question is that, and I stand to be corrected. There are some people that were in Nigeria in 1994 when cement was sold for as low as less than 1 naira. But they did not build a house then. They are not stealing today, but they are building. No matter how tough an economy is, some people will still make it without stealing. Without stealing. In 2020, when we have a COVID attack, a lot of organizations shut down. But you know what? In the United Capital, in the history of United Capital, 2020 was the best year. We made the highest of a profit. The records are there. It's the same year. So what it means is that the challenge or challenges, as the case may be, is of the mind. Immediately, you see, because name it, in any economy, nobody is interested in you. Nobody is interested in your progress. It is you that you must determine that no matter what happens, I must make a way. The economy will continue. But people are making investment. You cannot make investment. Savings is equal to investment. You cannot make investment if you are not ready to sacrifice. Investment is about sacrifice. When we are growing, we are told about the concept of opportunity costs. Concept of opportunity cost. For every 1 naira you have almost 300, let me shorten it. 10 different things that you can use that 1 naira for. I always tell my kids, you say, you know what? When they are growing, I told them that if I go out and I decide to use part of my money to buy something for you, it is not because I like you, it's because God has touched my heart. I could as well use that money to buy another thing. Yes. I could as well use that money because there's opportunity cost for that. I can give it to someone and come and give excuse at home. I can do a lot of things with it. But every time, what we don't know, as we have woke up this morning, we take choice decision. Your success sits on your choice. If there is no expectation, there can never be destination. Every day, for each one of us that we are, including myself, I just said that usually on the front, I don't like leaving the house. But I've taken a choice to go. It means that for me to come out, I've forgotten or I've set aside something. The same way we live our life every day. So when we talk about investment generally, you must acknowledge that investment is about choice. Regardless of what the economy holds. If some people can still make it this year, between next year, last year, and this year, you will meet some people that will say, God, how I wish the economy continue like this. And you want to wonder, you wish the economy continue like this. When people are, why? Because it's a matter of mindset. For every situation that you come around, there is always a positive and a negative side. It is the way you situate it that makes something work out for you. I was somewhere yesterday and I told them, that it is possible for someone that's earning 1 million naira to be borrowing from somebody that's earning 100,000. It is possible. Choice. Is this possible? So the question you ask yourself, by the time you are living here today, Will you change the choice about the way you live your life and the way you spend your money? It is not the amount you earn that matters. It's about your choice. When we are growing up, you see all our great-grandfather. They are earning so little, but they are doing so much. And you want to wonder, how manage they are achieving this? They have a clear concept about their lives. But these days, we have thrown it to the wind. You can't eat all and have all. Some people will sit down when they go to Yaba every morning till evening. Some people go and read newspaper there. They will stay and be say, this man, Tinubu, is a very foolish man. Oh, he has bought a new plane. You are saying foolish man. He's bought a new plane. Because people care about others. They do not care about themselves. We continue to complain about government. Government is not even sorry, thank God we are men here. Do you think your family is interested in you? They are only interested in the extent of what they want to collect from you. The day you don't have it any longer, they'll pack you. They will not even invite you for family meeting. Nobody. It is only you that can be interested in your matter. And God. So when you sit down complaining about Tinubu, I don't discuss politics again. Because regardless what happened, as we are discussing politics, some people are making it. So why should I waste my time saying I want to be discussing politics and when people are making it? Younger people. Can't you see, if you Google, you see 30 years old that are billionaires. They do not steal. They are working very hard. You can trace their history, trace what they did. So why should I be complaining? When some people are making it, then I'm a failure. Investment opportunity will continue to be as it was in the beginning, is now, forever, it will be. It is how you position yourself that you see. If I stay here, behind this wall, definitely I may not be able to see some people here. What is your positioning in the scheme of things in Nigeria? On our platform. We have different platforms. Some of us belong to a lot of groups on platform. You want to wonder, I don't know whether it happens to you. There are some people from 7 a.m. in the morning, they will continue to post irrelevant things about politics, about everything. Continue to post. Even till 1 a.m., 2 a.m., you'll be asking yourself, is this person not sleeping? How can you be on WhatsApp every minute? Or if anybody posts something, they'll be the first to talk. You cannot do that and make it. It's not possible. Everybody is entitled to 24 hours. How do you use your 24 hours? How? Are you complaining about government? Forget about it. That's why we are backward. Because every one of us, we complain about government. Forget about it. Government cannot do everything. You must know your position in the scheme of things. Look at inflation. At the point in time, they say inflation is stagnant and inflation will fall. Sorry. If we continue with the way we are going on PMS, inflation will increase. If care is not taken before the end of this year, inflation will get to 40%. Because fuel drives everything. So when you look at it, 70,000 naira. Where's the 70,000 naira? There's no amount anybody will give you in terms of salary or remuneration today that will be equal to the challenge that you have. So it is very critical. When you look at macroeconomic factors, it's tough. But there's a saying that when the going gets tough, it is only the tough that gets going. So you have to be tough with yourself. Organizations are restructuring their P&L. They are restructuring their expenses down. They are trying to make more revenue. The same way you need to sit down and restructure and think right now that nobody is interested. Even for some of us that you have businesses here, you agree with me. Local government will come and disturb you. State government will come and disturb you. Federal government will bring their something. They don't even want to know that you are contributing your quota to the economy. You are engaging some people, reducing the unemployment. You are paying them from there. They are paying school fees and all that from that. They don't want to hear you. They will tell you, this signage, you have not paid for it. You have to come and pay for your radio and your TV that you have in something. Nobody is interested. So if you are not structured as an individual, you may not be able to make anything out of that. So economy situation, for me, I'm just saying that is my mindset to read. Yes, it's tough, but you have to get tougher. You have to change some things. There's no rule that says you must eat 3 square meals. There's no rule that says that. There's no rule that says that. That you must eat. But do you know what? Even in this economy, some people that are complaining, that's eating 4 square meals. You see, some of the people that will say, my brother, please just assist me with something, just assist me with this. As they are sending to you, they are sending to my pastor, they are sending to my brother, they send it, they will get everything. When you meet them when they are eating what you cannot eat, they will buy meat and buy everything, they'll sit down and eat it. You must sit down and look at your own scale of preference and take the right choice. There are some things, regardless of what anybody feels, you must do that. Because if there is no yesterday, there can never be today. If your tomorrow will be okay, it starts from today. Nobody will think about today with you. Not even your family members, not even states, not even federal government, not even local government. Local government and state government will come and fight on the same something. They will bring the same thing to you, local government and state. And if you pay one, you do not pay another, there will be trouble. Where do you go from there? You must decide that regardless of, you need to plan for your life. Inflation is increasing. MPC, they have increased it. They increased it by 50 basis points. That rate is the rate that determines the lending rate. When you go to banks today, lending rate is above 30%. Why? Because if the benchmark rate is 27.25, how much do you expect the banks to lend? Naira continue to depreciate. It's in this part of the world that you hear some news in some countries, and you just see either the head of the police or the head of army or the minister who say because there is a riot in a particular place is resigning. In Nigeria, we don't have that in our dictionary. Yes, you have your children out of the country. You took them there when Naira was still 300 and has moved to 1,006, and you do not have any source. Must they remain there? When you are taking it there, did you take permission from anybody? You did not take permission from anybody. But now, instead of you to do that, you will now want to find a way. That is what leads to corruption and stealing. Permit me, I will say it here. You'll be wondering, even our so-called civil service, that you think they are earning meager salary. Most of their children are outside the country. Yes. Most of our children they are even living better than you. And you say it's 70,000. Sit down there. So the question is that we have to face reality. If you make a decision, be bold enough, be audacious enough to reverse it when it's not working. That makes you a man. Heavens will not fall. Everybody makes wrong decisions at different times in our lives. But your ability to be able to identify that and reverse that goes a very long way. We talk about investment opportunity. I'll talk a little now, then I'll drop. Investment opportunity in the money market. I talked about treasury bills. We talk about commercial paper. These are 90 days, 360 days paper that you can invest your money at different returns. I think currently the return on 90 days investment in treasury bills is around 16.65, and on 180 days you have 17%, and on 360 days you have 18.2 0.25 or thereabout investment. So what that means is that you can invest in those instruments and get that type of a return. But mind you, as far as Nigeria is concerned, if we are saying that today the inflation is 33.40 and you are investing at 17%, what is the negative return? That's a serious issue. However, if there is no other alternative, is it not better than doing nothing? You can't keep your phone idle. We have some of us, we have some people, you have dollar investment in the bank. Today, dollar investment in bank, they are giving you almost zero, nothing. Whereas within Nigeria ecosystem, there are still some places you can put your dollar, they can still give you 6-7%. And you can collect it. If you want to collect it after 3 months, you can collect it and see earn that. Knowledge. You know, somebody said knowledge is power. I said, no, knowledge is not power. It's the application of knowledge that is power. Because you can know something and never apply it. You have a key to a house and you get to the door. You put the key in your purse and you are standing by the door. You know that is the key to the house. Will the key come from your pocket to come and open the door? It will not open the door. You have the knowledge that you can use that key. If you don't apply the key, you will not enter. So you cannot just have that. You know, I've talked about investment in capital market, equity shares. You have, I don't want to be too complex. I try not to. We have equities, we have bond, we have exchange traded fund, we have real estate investment trust, we have ethical funds, different funds that we have in the capital market. But it's an ongoing conversation that we will continue to have in this space. Is an ongoing when it comes to investment. But one thing is that there is still, as much as we have high inflation, that we have high inflation is not an excuse to just leave your money idle. Regardless of what happened, you can still invest your fund. Yes, to some extent, you get, and in investment, you don't have, it's not a must that you keep your investment in the same, we call something portfolio of investment. In your portfolio, you could have investment in real estate, investment in treasury bills, investment in capital market. You have everything together. So you can calculate the weighted average return of your investment. When you have investment in different portfolios, and that is why you have investment advisors that comes and talk about, how you can diversify. So you can diversify your investment across different boundaries. You can have investment in money market, have investment in capital market. You add everything together. This one is giving you 28%. This one is giving you 24%. This one is giving you that. In United Capital today, we have mutual fund. We call something mutual fund. The asset management of United Capital happens to be the second largest asset management in Nigeria today. 5 years ago, we had just 75 billion as our total fund. Today, we're talking about 990 billion in terms of size. And we have 8 mutual funds. Today, when you put your money in savings accounts, maybe they will give you like 3% or 4%. The same product, mutual fund, when you put your money today, United Capital, I think we give you 20%. Per annum. So, what am I saying? There are opportunity in the capital market. There are opportunity in the money market. You cannot get there overnight. For you to invest there, you need an investment advisor. Because what you don't know, you cannot achieve. Knowledge, application of knowledge. You have knowledge, gives you power. When you apply it, it makes action to happen. You must continue to learn. In fact, that is one of the things that I said I'm going to say here while closing. That Anywhere you want to put your money, you must know about it. Immediately you make up your mind that you want to put your money in real estate, try to start reading something about real estate. Because where you have your money, you must have your mouth. Things are happening there. You must know what is happening there. If you make up your mind that you want to put your money in capital market or money market, if you have not been listening to capital market and money market news, either on channels or Arise, you must start. Know the direction of things. You must be interested. Part of the reason why we are here is that for most of us, it's good. We castigate our leaders, but we are not interested in Nigeria. It's a lie. All these things we are saying is a lie. We are not interested in Nigeria. We are interested in ourselves. And that is it. We are not. And it is the result that we are seeing today. This is the result we are seeing. So it is very important, anywhere you want to put your fund, be interested in what is going on there. Permit me to close this way. Today, when you talk about investments, in investment, you must have investment objectives. Very, very important. You must have investment. See, you cannot, when I left my house, I had an objective before today that on the 1st, I must come to social place. I have how many hours there, and when I finish, I have other program. The same way money works. So, if you want to, you must have objective. If you don't have it, but they say people are saying they lose their money and all those things. No, you will lose your money. How can you go and put your money in what you don't know? A lot of people today, they are paying cryptocurrency and they don't even know anything about it. Their friends will just come and tell them about crypto. They say, the thing just move and all those things. They say, they go and put their money. I put their money there. They didn't hear anything. That is just all what they heard about it. Before you know what is going, they say that money. That one has gone now. You must have investment objective. Number one. Number two, and when we talk about investment objective, we have two major investment objectives. One is income. One is capital appreciation or growth. And that is why when you see a very good investment advisor, two people, you see, and that is why the investment objective that I said earlier, the impact is that today, you see people investing because their friend is investing. It means you are investing in your friend's objective. Working in another person's shadow. The structure of your friend's family is different from your structure. A 30-year-old, two 30-year-old friends can never have the same investment objective. Because even though they are both 30 years, they have different structure. Maybe one of them still have aged parents for the wife and for himself. The other hand is the one sponsoring all his siblings and the sibling of the wife to school. The second one is still a bachelor. Do they have the same objective? Whereas, if you now want to, so what you see this day, and that is why people lose a lot of money. One, you don't have understanding of the market you are going into. And you don't have an advisor to advise you. Two, you don't even have a clarity of objective that this is what I want. Some people, they will tell you, I'm earning salary, and I have case study here, but I'll just speak to it because of time. So, I am earning X amount of money, but I want to earn additional income because I need additional income to support my monthly pay. That will now determine how to craft your own portfolio, because your portfolio must reflect your objective. Whereas you see some people that, no, I don't have money, I still get some excess money every month, I just want to keep it somewhere until later future. That person do not require income, require capital growth. So you look for investment, because even all these investments we are talking about, there are some that are income driven, there are some that are growth driven. I recall then, some couple of 20-something, 30 years ago, when you mention some names on the capital market, some investment in the capital market, like Nigerian breweries, people will tell you, If you want capital growth, buy Nigeria breweries. Because Nigeria breweries will always give bonus every year. So, you must know your investment objective. Do you want to be making income? If your salary is not sufficient for you, and you have some money with you that can generate, or you have some things you want to keep that can generate additional income that will help you in the journey. So you will now invest your money that will ensure that either every quarter, every month, something like, some people will invest their money. In fact, we have some of us in our organization, and that is why you need to put your thinking cap on every time. You have some of us in our organization. Your organization allows you to take loan at 5%, at 10%, at 15%, that you can take that loan and go and invest at 20%, but you will not take the loan. Wisdom. And you are there. You will not take the 15% here and take it here. Between that place and this other place, you have made 5%. That 5%, you will pay back their 15, you still make 5. That 5 can generate either income or generate capital appreciation. And that is why you must not allow any idle fund. You have your money in something, you contact investment advisor. So what can we do differently? Another thing that we need to know, parting short, final one. Today, everybody wants to do investment. Everybody wants to do investment. But you must know one thing. There are 3 key elements in investment that people don't take seriously. And today, I've mentioned some part of it, but I want to emphasize it now. That people don't take seriously today, that they end up burning something. And that is why you see it is not the amount you have with you that determine. All the people that win Ultimate Search, you know when is Ultimate Search started, Google Ultimate Search. How many of them do you hear their name today now? When you want to do your investment, 3 key elements. Unfortunately, everybody run after return. Is the return the most important thing in investment? No. You want to say, why is he talking this way? Yes. The first thing in investment is safety. Safety. A lot of people promise, we'll give you 30%. Give them the money. And when the time to collect your money, you say, you know what? We'll give you the interest. We'll roll over the principal. You say, oh, no, give my money. No. That's the way we do now. We give you, there's something. We give you even the interest. The interest will give you 50% of it. First thing you consider, safety. Safety of your fund. Safety of your fund. The second one, liquidity. The organization you are dealing with. If you have issues today and say, I want my money. Yes, now you can say you want to invest your money for 3 months. And you decide to need your money in 1.5 months. Would they be available to give you your money back? The third one is return, which is the rate. Whereas if you don't have that, so in most cases we intertwine it. We put rate number 1. And that is why you see people want to, I want investment that will give me 70%. You will get it, truly. But do you know what happened to your 70%? The money has moved on now. That's what happened when a lot of people will go and put money in crypto. Crypto is good if you want to do that. But first, remember, you must have knowledge of the market you are playing in. Don't put your money in what you don't know. And if you don't know it, you must have somebody that must explain to you and ask questions before you leave your money. Because your hard-earned money, you don't have access to steal now. The little money you have, foolishness will now allow you to just throw it down the drain. And I will leave you with this. In investments, you can't afford to be greedy. Don't be greedy. A lot of people have lost billions of naira because of greed. Because when they want to do investment, they will push their investment that we do your investment, the investment. So because I talk about return, you talk about return, we talk about clarity of objective. So when you now want to invest, like for instance in the capital market, and you can invest in the capital market and say, with this my investment, I want to get 15% return. So by the time you get to 15% return, That day happened to be the day when you see the share price going, say, and if I wait a little, maybe it can get to 20. Greed is already setting. It can get to 20. The thing will move up a little and get to 16. We'll move up a little and get to 17. Say, we say, Olu, that investment that you told me, in fact, it's already 17. I've changed my position to 20 now. By the next day, the thing will come to 16. Following day, come to 14. The next day, come to 13. Now it comes to 9. Owoti Wogbo Nigeria Limited. Thank you so much.
Please, can we give him another round of applause? Loads of wisdom there. Loads of wisdom. All right, Pastor, you want to say something? Okay. All right, so let's just jump right away into the questions. The first question here says, how can new investors key into the FG dollar bond pool you mentioned? Is there an info hub at the United Capital PLC?
It's okay, quick one. Yes, you can still get, so the bond is in tranches. We've just done first tranche. I said earlier, full $2 billion. But we've just done 900. Hopefully before December, we may come out again with another tranche. You have opportunity to do that. You can just follow us because we're still going to lead anyway by the grace of God. So we're going to do that. So you have that. The second one is that this 900 that just closed is going to be listed anytime from now. Immediately it's listed, it becomes traded. So, I said something about primary market and secondary market the other time. So now we have concluded the primary market. It's going to move to the secondary market. By the time it gets to the secondary market, you can buy and you can sell there. So there's still opportunity.
Fantastic. So keep your ears open and be on the lookout.
Yes.
Again, if you have more questions, please, that's the Slido there. Just scan it. And then if you don't have access, maybe your smartphone can't scan, you can just raise your hand. There's somebody who will give you a sheet of paper so that you can just put down your question and we will read it out to the speaker. Thank you very much. Okay, so we move on to the next question. I think you've given, this person has painted a scenario. He said, I'm 43 years old, no job, skilled labor individual with over 500,000 naira in the bank. Advise such a man on what to do with his funds.
Thank you so much. I think these are part of the scenario. The first, if you look at what I've just said, you do not have investment knowledge. So don't rush to go and, unfortunately for most of us, I recall some of my friends when they were retiring, then they will retire and go and take investment advisor from somebody that you can see that is a failure. In Yoruba, they say, unfortunately, we are always very blind. We will go and take investment advisor. They will tell you, you can buy boss now. You can buy boss and something and something. Those are type of this. Or you can come and you can buy land and they will take you inner Magboro. That for you to even go there the second day, they will tell you that when you buy land here, it will appreciate. That land may not appreciate in the next 50 years. In 45 years with 500,000 in your account, you need an investment advisor. It will sit with you. I know that you don't have work. The first thing is, part of the thing of the investment advisor is that it's not only about your money, about you. Because no matter how much a 1 billion naira, immediately you take 1 naira away from it. It's no longer a 1 billion. So if you are a billionaire, you must be very careful. Because the day the naira shifts like this, and the thing shifted, you can move from millionaire back to thousandaire. Because something happened. So the investment advisor will advise you. You cannot keep the money here. If you put this money here, it's going to do that. That is about the money. The second is about you. What do you have? What is in your hand? That was the question God asked Moses when he met him. Say, Moses, what do you have in your hand? Investment advisor, because you are still 45. Wow, you're still larger. What can you do? Where are the opportunities? But when it comes to the investment, the advisor will invite you and advise you, this is how you, so you can invest it, and at least be getting some things that can help you live your life comfortably, pending the time you get another work. Next.
Awesome. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes.
All right. So the next question here says, what would you advise? Put all my money in the bank, or put some in the bank and invest the rest in the money market? Which has the best return on investment?
It's okay. Thank you. So when we are talking about best return, I talked about the issue of portfolio the last time. We talk about portfolio. You must, one, have interest in the area you want to play. You must have a portfolio investment. There is no hard and fast rule about it. Whether you want to put all your money in real estate, you want to put all your money in money market, you want to put all your money in capital market. No, you can fail if care is not taken. You must have a balance. We call something balanced portfolio. And your balanced portfolio will come from your investment objectives. When you have clarity about your investment objective, you can balance your portfolio. Within your portfolio, we have some investment either in real estate or in money market that will be giving you income. You can have some that will be giving you capital appreciation. But when you put everything together, when you want to value your portfolio, we give you your weighted average return as far as the portfolio is concerned.
Okay, thank you, sir. And this person wants to know, he said, I'm a businessman and some of my clients pay into my domiciliary account. Please, can you advise on how I can, or what I can invest in?
Thank you so much. So for that man, let me tell you, yes, you are in the right place. Why? Because today, yes, when they pay into, so he needs to understudy the structure of his business. There are some businesses that when they get fund from their clients, they really don't need it until maybe 3 months after. There's always a holding period. But I can tell the man, so you need to understand. Whereas some, as you are getting it, you must pay it out. You must understand the nature of your business so that we'll be able to advise you the right investment. We have investment, we have global fixed income investment. United Capital is a mutual fund that you can put your money within 3 months. I think currently it's giving almost 8% per annum. 8% per annum. So currently. So the question is that, but you have to leave it for like 60 to 90 days to maximize, be able to maximize that per annum. So which is critical. However, again, you can even look at it and see to what extent we have some couple of products that you can say you have your dollars, but you need naira. You can have your dollar and get your naira, still use your naira, have your investment in dollars, achieve your objective, but still have your investment objective achieved.
Awesome, that's really good. Thank you very much. Okay, another one, it says, how seamless can someone interact such mentioned bond and investment? I guess this person is trying to know how, you can probably switch from one to another, using the word interact there.
It's okay. So that now it depends on the platform of the investment advisors. Yeah. We have different investment advisors. We have different organizations that are into it as far as Nigeria is concerned. Today, we have different of them. So it now depends on their platform. And that is why, I talked about understanding. Yeah. So now you want to invest in federal government bond, for instance, now. Yeah. You should start reading something about it.
Right.
How is it structured? How does it work? Yeah. How can I get in? How can I get out? Don't be lazy-minded intellectually. Strive to read about it because this is your end money, for God's sake. So when you learn, it gives you information about, if I go in now, in 3 months I can go out. Yes, I can sell here. This is what I can do. I can switch in a particular way. I can take this particular. So that gives you an insight into that. So if you now get to the platform of any investment advisor to invest, you will know that if I invest this money, I can come out here. I can do this. I can even sell. You have some people, you know, there is an inverse relationship between interest rate and the capital market. When the interest rate in the market is high, the capital market is low.
Wow.
Because what it means is the money goes to where it's best utilized. So when you have, so now that is the issue. As the government is increasing, CBN is increasing the rate. Now, the impact, you see the capital market will be red. Why? Because people will be selling their shares and will be moving it to money market. You know why? Because the risk in the capital market is higher than what you face in the money market. And when you invest in the treasury bill or you put your money in fixed income, it's almost zero risk.
Wow.
You are reassured. So people will now, and so that is why you need an understanding. And if you don't want to go into needy, you need someone that understood the market very well, that can be your tail bearer and always advise you. Whenever there's any information, he'll send it to you. Whenever there's anything, he will call you that, come, let's sell this share and put our money in treasury bill because of what is happening. And that will help you.
Wow. This is loads of wisdom you're getting here. I just, let me just take this question. We have a few more minutes. He said, in the course of your presentation, you made mention of real estate investment fund. Kindly shed more light on the investment opportunity regarding this fund.
It's okay. So real estate, it's like a mutual fund, really. It's like a mutual fund, real estate investment trust, like a mutual fund. And what's happened in that case is that we have some speculators. They are investment advisors. What they do will be, they will collect fund. They will, come out like a primary market. They will collect fund from everyone. They know about real estate. They will go into real estate, invest in real estate, get some people either to buy or to rent. At the end of the year, like for instance now, maybe I give a scenario, they are able to raise like 1 billion naira from different investors. They will now go and invest because they know the market. So you want to invest in real estate, but you don't have the knowledge and don't want to disturb yourself. You know that some people, they are learned in that way. It's different from full training. My brother here will tell you about real estate. I don't know much about it. He's an authority there. He will tell you. But the part that I can tell you is that we have some professionals. They have an idea about that. They will now set it up such that the return that will be coming in terms of rent and in terms of sales that they have there, they will now share it in terms of dividend to the investors. That is the layman explanation of the way it works. That's why they call real estate investment trusts. So that investment will only be in real estate, number one. Number two, you are giving them the money in trusts that they invest in real estate. Number three is an investment. That is the combination of the name. And they will invest it in real estate. They will, such an amount of money, they will not take it to any other investment. They will not go and put it in the capital market or money market. They will put it in real estate. And the return that is coming from there will be given to them.
Thank you very much, sir. All right, so this person wants to know, young students around, what would you advise a student who really loves investment, or what to invest in, especially for a student who is aspiring to invest in US stock and mutual funds? How would you advise a young student?
I know young students, they love to take challenges, they love to take risks.
Yes.
It's okay. So, and the rule in financial market says the higher the risk, the higher the return. So yes, you can invest in stock, US stock. We have a lot of platform. Again, you must understand where you want to put your money. You see, I continue to go back there. That is where people lose their money most. So we have different platforms, both in Nigeria and outside the country, that you can trade in stock. Like in United Capital, we do invest. We have a lot of investors. They buy Apple shares. We do that for them. We have different platforms. We have Bamboo. Bamboo does that too. And you can invest on your own, but you'll be trained on how to navigate some things to get it done. So you have a platform that can enable you achieve that, both in Naira and in dollars.
Thank you so much. And now, just before you step out, you repeatedly mentioned, you talked about investment advisors. Please, can you help us? How can we get access to this investment advisor, and how will it cost us? What's the cost like? Can you just give us a picture? Okay.
Answer the question.
So, for all those who are asking that question, you have one here.
So you have with that, now let me quickly round up. United Capital, by the grace of God today, I happen to be the group CEO of United Capital. And United Capital has been by October, this October will be 60 years in Nigeria that we have operated in soil of Nigeria. We have experienced boom, recession, regression, name it, and we are still in operations. We have different businesses within our portfolio, both in the morning and the capital market. So when you see me saying investment advisor, that is our spectrum. That is our area of strength. So we have asset management, we have trust, we have securities, we have investment banking, we have wealth management, we have consumer finance, we have digital bank within the ecosystem of United Capital. So anything you want about money market, we advise you. You want about capital market, we advise you. This is our stock and trade. And in all our business lines, we are either number 1, number 2, or number 3, with the exception of the last one that we just launched this year. So the terrain, we know, we have an understanding, we can always guide you, we can always, help you to take your investment decision based on the clarity of your investment objective. Thank you.
Thank you so much. So I guess this is the much we can take, but of course, he has told us how to reach an investment advisor, so we can always, get more information. And so, please, let's give our speaker today a big round of applause. Come on now. Come on, let's go. Let's stand up and give him, he deserves it. Wonderful. Thank you so much, sir. Appreciate you, sir. Thank you.